us today is a diplomat from East Timor, His Excellency Jose Gaspar dos Reis Correia Piedade, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste to the Republic of the Philippines. Good morning, Mr. Ambassador. Tell us your experience growing up from Timor-Leste.
Good morning, Mr. Ray, and thank you so much, IPDCI, for having me here today. Okay, directly to the issue, to your question, talking about the memorable experience, I would like also to take this opportunity to share a bit with you that at the age of 21, my year at the time, when I was in the Portuguese armed forces, Timor-Leste at the time is still under the Portugal administration. And when we faced with the invasion, when Indonesia invaded East Timor. So it means that we have to face with the war. So I had to retreat to the mountains along with the other forces and the majority of the population, and they stayed there for about 5 years, something like that, waging war, going hungry and thirsty, without shelter, to live far from my parents, far from colleagues, everything, and so on and so on. And after that, you know, that I was captured and they put me in the prison as a prisoner of war, as a political prisoner also. And after 2 years of prison, I was released, and there was no work opportunity, because you know that at the time they considered me as a rebel. So I had to dedicate my life to drive Chinese taxi as a taxi driver for 8 to 9 months, something like that. But fortunately, thanks to God, I got also the opportunity to continue my studies in the Institute of Technology of Bandung until I graduated for civil engineering. And after that, I worked for Department of Public Works in Timor-Leste during 19 years, still under the Indonesian administration, until the day of the referendum held by United Nations at that time. And you know that Timor-Leste restored its independence on May 2002. And 2003, I tried to attend also another competition for the position of the Director General of the Ministry of Public Works, Transport and Communication. And fortunately, I was appointed as a Director General for this institution between 2003 to 2017. And also in the same year, in October, I was appointed as an ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste to the Republic of the Philippines today. So that, Mr. Ray, these are unforgettable memories that I have in my early youth, having participated in the war, in prison with a lot of suffering, being a taxi driver, being an engineer, and in the end, as a diplomat and head of mission. More or less, this is that maybe a bit memorable experiences that I wish to share with you.
So having said this, Ambassador, what are your great lessons over the last 3 decades of your life?
Do you mean the lessons learned from the past? No. Hello.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Ambassador.
Yes. So that I try to share with you that one of the lessons that I learned in the past is about the reconciliation between nations after conflict or post-conflict. I
Mm.
learned from our special case, Timor-Leste case, in which Timor-Leste post-conflict, the first thing that we did is the establishment of reconciliation between the two countries, the two nations, forgetting the past, working hand in hand, looking for the future. We established the reconciliation, linking the two countries in a mutual benefit, undertaking the contribution for economy, social development, establishment, peace between the two countries. So that until now, we still keep the security, safety for the people of the two countries. I think this is the lesson that I learned from the past, Ray.
Okay, thank you very much, Ambassador. So, who do you think is the most important leader that you look up, and how did that someone inspire you over the course of your life?
Well, my most considerable leader already died. Frankly speaking, it already died during the war,
Okay.
during the Indonesian occupation. He is a very charismatic man, political leader that I can never forget in my entire life, Ray.
Yeah, what's
His
the
name, his name is Vicente Manuel dos Reis, or Sahe, S-A-H-E, Sahe. Because this guy knows how to deal the people. He's a very simple and wise man, make the people understand when he's talking. And when he does the political rally, men, women, young people, children don't get tired of listening to him when he's talking, even hours and hours, Ray. He's really a charismatic leader. Unfortunately, I tell you that he already passed away during the war. This is my favorite leader, Ray.
okay? So, the following question would be, why do you think peace diplomacy is still relevant in today's world order?
Uh, well, um, this is my point of view, okay, Ray, that as we know that the United Nations accomplishes this by working to prevent conflict, okay, and helping parties in conflict make peace, deploying peacekeepers, and creating the conditions to allow peace to hold and flourish. Only with peace, Ray, people are free to tour around any country of their choice without fear of violence. Of course, that world peace contributes to cultural exchanges. World peace also will contribute to more developed economies. This is more or less that maybe I think that talking about the peace diplomacy, that it's one that I want to share also with you from my point of view. Thanks.
On that note, what is your final message to our viewers?
Uh, okay, Ray. We must remember that the concept of peace is easy to grasp, okay? But sometimes difficult to be implemented. I don't know if you can understand what I mean, but in surveying the range efforts for peace, the concept of peace building as the construction of a new environment should be viewed as the counterpart of diplomacy, which seeks to avoid the breakdown of peaceful conditions. Only with those conditions we can solve and achieve economic, social, cultural, and humanitarian problems, and can place an achieved peace on a durable foundation. I think this is my short message that maybe on this very good opportunity, I want also to share to the viewers. Thanks, Ray.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Jose Gaspar dos Reis, Correia, Piedade. That's the Peace Diplomacy Talk for today. This is Rayron Del Rosario. Catch us for our next episode only here in IPDCI News Channel.
Thank you so much, Ray, for you and for the organization of the IPDCI. Thank you
Ambassador.
once again.